I want to make another video is that when somebody says, who is mooji? So when I speak to someone spiritual or just in general with someone and they're like, who's mooji? When I say mooji, I'm like, okay. No, I mean, back then, of course, nobody knew Muji, but now he has over almost 1 million subscribers on YouTube. And without Muji, without the awakening, I would have never done the 1,000 tantra massages that I did with women. And it's crazy to me that you can be into spirituality and you don't know who Muji is. And the thing is, non-duality or Advaita Vedanta, or for example, you don't even know who Papaji is, Ramana Maharshi is, Ganga Mira, and so forth. And to me, of course, everybody starts somewhere, but it's like for me at this point, it's like really already the groundwork. And definitely awakening is kind of like almost like the baseline of spirituality. Unless you have had an awakening, then you everything that you do is not grounded in that absolute. It's not absolute, but in that reality, in that recognition. So everything that you do after awakening is probably grounded in that recognition. So it comes from a different angle. It's not a different source. Its source is the same, but it comes from a different angle. Whereas when you are not awakened, whatever you do comes from kind of like this muddy angle. You know what I mean? Like it comes from this trauma or unresolved kind of angle, so to speak. Yeah, it's definitely an unresolved angle in a way, because the awakening angle is very clear. It's very smooth. It's very unattached, and things can come and go like waves. And it's definitely also not dogmatic, which can be confusing to others. Because you can be one day you can be like this, one day you can be like that. And for example, I realized just short time ago that it's absolutely, in my case at least, that it felt okay, and it's absolutely okay to don't want to talk about it too much, but let's just say for libido empowerment, I got myself a special kind of service. Okay, it's not exactly what you think. Maybe I'll talk about it in a few weeks or months. But it's basically, I found someone who it's not what you think, but it's okay. There was a girl that we found each other on a site, and I kind of like gave her something for being with her, and we actually matched more. This is something bizarre. There was an interesting synchronicity. We matched more than any kind of other place I would have met women on other places. So this is super interesting. Like every spiritual person I met was worse than her. Every dating app that I've ever used was worse than her. So anyway, I used this kind of like, let's just say, it wasn't a service, but I'm going to explain it some other time. So, YouTube is YouTube. You cannot really say whatever you want here. And, okay, so I did that. It was hugely libido empowering, massively, completely changed my energy field positively. And there was even the date we were on when we met each other in the restaurant. There was even a moment of pure awareness. She probably wasn't aware of it, but I was super aware of it. So anyway, we hooked up. It was fantastic, and it was the best date I've ever had. Seriously, It was the best date I ever had. And I realized, like, you cannot run through life dogmatically. You cannot, or stigmatize stuff. Yeah. Because you have to go with what feels right. But I mean, like, really right. Which, because most people do something and it doesn't feel 100% right. I call this the heart intuition, when you know to do something that is 100% right. So, yeah, so I wanted to share that. That it seems bizarre that life can surprise you, and sometimes you are connected with someone. Like, I believe, and this is what I talk about on Awakening Camp, and gonna talk about this here on this channel as well, is whenever you have a desire or something you feel you want to live through, experience, and it doesn't happen for some reason, or you need to push a lot, or it feels like you have to work a lot for it. If you increase the vibration of your frequency, the higher you go with your frequency, the more you match the universe, and the likelier it happens, interestingly enough. It doesn't mean, and this is something that I need to repeat, because it doesn't mean that people who get stuff are higher vibrating than you. That's not the case necessarily. It's just that they're connecting on a certain frequency which matches with the universe's frequency of manifestation. But it can be very narrow. It can be like a narrow channel, and if the other channels, so the other chakras and other frequencies, are not matching on a high vibration, they're not going to be happy. That's why, for example, a YouTuber like Mr. Beast, he can have a very narrow channel on which he's massively successful in connecting, but the other channels can be highly blocked and he's unhappy. So, and that happens a lot. Like, certain people have like specialized channels on which they connect, like on a higher frequency, to manifest, but it doesn't make them happy because they don't realize that all the other channels are missing. So what I'm saying is, you as a conscious being, you can concentrate on all the channels, increase all the frequencies, and basically get all at the same time. And like Bashar says, abundance comes in many forms. So it doesn't just have to be monetary, and you will feel the intense synchronicities.